Hey everyone, welcome to Metroid Fusion, also known as Metroid 4. Released on the Game Boy Advance in 2001, I think? Maybe 2002. I can't remember exactly. I don't care much for Metroid Fusion, if I may be honest. We're gonna watch the intro. It is actually important, because it sets up the events of the story. Because Sakamoto really wanted to tell a story with this game. It's not too horrible, but it's also really, really cliche. So Samus is tasked with guarding that VSL ship. For some reason, her ship's autopilot is not working. So she ends up crashing into an asteroid field. Yep. Why? Play the game to find out. Metroid Fusion. 2002. Okay, I actually thought it was 2001. Okay. Metroid Fusion, sounds, effects, and that's it. The Japanese version actually included some difficulty modes, if I remember. Kind of wish we had them, but alas, we do not. Oh, I'm playing this on the Wii U Virtual Console, in case anyone's wondering. Anyway, I've been assigned to watch over Biologic Research's team. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388. This is the only time we see those researchers' sprites. It's kind of cool. Although the designs are goofy. Wonder what that thing is. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. It was only later that I learned that the identity of my attacker was the parasitic organism we now know as X. Yes, X. Creative name. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted to an asteroid belt. Asteroid belt, really? I thought it was asteroid field. Whatever. Doesn't your ship have a autopilot system, Samus? That would have helped a lot. Also, those guys look freaky. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. But Other M retconned your power suit to be all mental concentration or something like that, so that makes no sense. Sakamoto! It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated. Yeah, I can't see the G right now, so it looks like integrated. Integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Except when you're unconscious, the power suit is supposed to automatically remove itself. Oh my goodness. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. That's a lie. She still looks hot. However, the X and my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then, someone found a cure. Metroids. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. You know, the one that she illegally left to some scientists who were attacked like only moments after she left. That's kind of weird, but you know, details. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X-parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. Why? Well, it's because the X-parasites were the prey of the Metroids. Oops, you screwed up real bad, Samus. Also, suddenly your suit is blue and completely different like that. It's like a Neji redesign for comic series, you know? As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn somehow as something different. Except no, not really. She's still the same as before. She just looks different. You know, when it comes to the suit. When it comes to outside the suit, she still looks exactly the same. Pondering this fact, I realized I owed a Metroid hashtag my life twice over. Good thing we still don't care about it, huh, Samus? Hmm? You wouldn't say the baby, the baby, the baby, the baby all the time, huh? We'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. In case you're wondering what that thing is, that's our AI. The computer AI. Ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL, research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I am being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer, following the commands of this blunt computerized KO that is also seemingly hates me, despite the fact that I probably will consider them to be really good, is something that I have to bear. It was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, yeah right, this is the second time I've found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other KO commanding officer. Now, Metroid Prime 3 was made after this game, so the inconsistency in her having to take orders only the second time is still forgivable. But then Other M happened, and then they were like, nope, 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 Metroid Prime 3 never happened. Even though she was just a bounty hunter in that game and wasn't exactly taking orders from Admiral Dane. I guess she was. But not the same way she was taking orders from her first commanding officer, way back in her youth, as explained in the manga. Anyway, this is the shtick about Metroid Fusion. There's lots of talking, and taking orders, and unskippable cutscenes. Fun times. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. Bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR-388, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-parasites. The cause of the explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate! The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You're still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Is your objective clear? You'll always have to say yes every freaking time, otherwise he's gonna repeat himself. Oops, I accidentally spoiled the gender of the computer. Well, it's just a machine. Anyway, we don't have much with us. Trying to get the controls here. You know what? I'm gonna change them real quick. Hold on. Okay, so the shtick about Metroid Fusion is that because of the limited amount of buttons in the Game Boy Advance's architecture, you can no longer, like, you can still diagonally aim, but only in one direction. And it's always going to be this direction first. And you have to press down if you want to aim diagonally down like this. Kind of lame because Wii U Pro Controller has so many more buttons I could use, but details. Oh, wow. Hold on, still got to change the controls. Okay, that's much better. Because I've got B for jumping and Y for shooting. And the setup I had before was the opposite. Ooh, that would have been annoying. Main deck. So, gotta go to these N rooms, navigation rooms. And as you can see, I'm locked inside. There's no escape. Anyway, 14 bays ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. So, plenty of locked doors. There were those in Metroid, Super Metroid, but not as many as there will be compared to Metroid Fusion. Like, seriously. And for some reason, we're locked in the quarantine bay. Because the game absolutely wants you to do things as intended. Anyway, something exploded here, escaped somehow. I wonder what. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say that was the crate that contained my infected power suit pieces. Something like that. That means it's all the Federation's fault. Can I sue them? Hey, my computer AI, can I sue them? This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X parasites. The X can mimic its prey. I accidentally skipped the text too much quickly. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned 1. The gelatinous X parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. Yes, yes, yes. But it has also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by X again. No, now I'm the one who absorbs the X. In fact, it restores my energy. Yeah, he's explained it right now, but I already explained it. Yes, yes. Replenish the health and weapons. Latent abilities this way. Yes, this is important. To immersively allow you to progress through the game in terms of power, they made it so that the X absorbs stuff like missiles, the morph ball and stuff, so that you'll be able to get power-ups that way. There's also another way to get power-ups, and we'll find out about that later. It's okay, the other way to get power-ups, but it's also kind of weird. Anyway, this station is home to many species, some violent ones, and yeah, we must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. Guess what we won't be able to do in this game. Anyway, I am already detecting massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. What? What do you mean 10%? I don't even have energy tanks. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is that objective clear? Yes. Also, he's released locks of level 0 hatches. Yes, it is him that is locking you in some rooms. Anyway, Metroid Fusion is a very tough game because of how hard some enemies hit you. So, save often, and don't be shy about collecting all energy tanks that you can get and find. That's a save point. I don't know why you can't save at the navigation rooms. It'll make more sense. Oh yeah, zombies. I think there's supposed to be like scientists that were in this space station. Also, another navigation room. We're only going here. Oh, receive news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help against some enemies your beam can't hurt. Why don't I already have missiles, huh? You sent me into the station without missiles, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh, gotta send you missiles. And also, by getting 5 missiles, or 10, I'm not sure, my chances for survival increases by an entire 10%. My computer AI is pulling those numbers out of its metaphorical ass. That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation companion officer I served under named Adam Malkovich. Adam. He called me lady on missions. For anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. No, he did not. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Okay, so from here on in, I'm calling the computer Adam. And I will have quite a bit of disdain for Adam. I'll try to make sure that I'm not too aggressive against it. But, you know, details. Anyway, R is for recharge room. S is for save room. And there's also one more navigation room right up there. You know, just in case you thought you could avoid talking to Adam one more time. Fortunately, you don't have to listen to him this time. 10 missiles, okay. Yep, so you have to hold R and press the shoot button. That's not the R button I'm supposed to hold first. Oops. Okay, so that's kind of cool, I think. The way you use missiles like this. It's better than how they did in the Zero mission, I think. Anyway, electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, Try to find another way to the target. Okay, Adam, you're just a ship's AI. So how can you work on an electrical interference or power outage? Huh? God, I have nothing but disdain for him already. What a dick. Oh, anyway, we gotta practice our jumping skills here. And then we gotta use our missiles to blow this thing up. Now we go over here. Okay, I didn't mention this before, but I'm not gonna be doing 100% fusion. I just don't know how to do it. Like, I could follow a guide, but then it would be a really, really boring playthrough, I feel. So, I won't be doing 100% fusion. I'm just gonna be beating fusion as quickly as I can. I'm pretty sure I've already missed some power-ups. Like, I remember a power-up in this room somewhere. We can wall jump, but not on the same wall that we were on, in case you're wondering. So we got missiles here. 5 missiles per missile tank. They're important. Get as many as you can get. What's over here? There's a power-up. But where could it be? Right here. Now, see, y'all saw on the mini-map that it showed me that there was a power-up there through like a weird circle. And then as soon as I got the power-up, it became a dot. That's something that was changed from... God, I hate those things. Ow. You have to wait until it only shows its eye. It's RNG, so it can take quite a bit of time. Oh my god, this zombie. Wow, such bad RNG right now. There we go. Oh. There we go. Red X's restore a lot of your health. Very useful. So, there's been a lot of advancements gameplay-wise for Fusion. Make things a little easier on the player. But I don't know where all the power-ups are because I don't care much for this game. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna say right now. I'm actually looking forward to playing Other M more than I am, or was, looking forward to playing Metroid Fusion. Just because for Other M, at least I know I'll be able to get 100% and get everything. Fusion... You can't skip the cutscenes, even after you've beaten the game once. Anyway, we gotta fight this thing. Y'all remember this creature? It was on SR388. Oh. Talk about it. It's that thing that had the spring ball when we were playing Metroid 2. Anyway, the bosses are probably the best part of Metroid Fusion, in case you're wondering. Oh, cool. Dead. But I'm out of missiles, so I gotta absorb some stuff to be able to damage this thing. That's one of the more boring parts about all of the bosses in Metroid Fusion. You always, or most of the time, you'll fight this thing at the end of a fight against the boss. It's kind of frustrating. Anyway, I got Morph Ball now. Yet another ability I should have had from the very beginning. But no. I couldn't resist making it a power-up that you have to get. Once again. I believe unlike Fusion, Super, all the power-ups appear on the map. I could be wrong though. Yeah, you gotta do this. This is something that's more or less unique to Fusion. I don't mind it too much, but I don't know. I could have done without it. Just looking to see if I missed anything specific right now. Can go in here. Yeah, I can explore a bit. Unfortunately, it's always limited how much you can explore. And all it is the recharge room. Wow. What a waste. Oh, gotta listen to you, huh? Okay, fine. What do you have to say, Adam? Samus, it's as I feared. The breeding environments have been invaded by X-parasites. Sector 1, SRX, shows several abnormalities on biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR-388 system, or ecosystem. Why, Adam? Why would you try to replicate SR-388's ecosystem, huh? For what possible reason would your team of scientists want to do that? Because I know you're with them, Adam. Adam? Why won't you let me go to this place? Oh, I was just there a while ago. Oh my god. So annoying. There's a point, and only one point in the game, where you can go anywhere you want. And I think I know when that point is, but I will not concern myself with that point because I won't be bothered with 100%. I really don't care. If this game was not designed for you to get all the power-ups. It was only designed by Sakamoto to go through his bullcrap story, which is not that bad, but it should not have restricted the player so badly. All of the navigation rooms, they're all in places in a way so that you absolutely have to go through them to go to some other place. Like this navigation room right here. Y'all see how it's perfectly set up so that you absolutely have to go through it before going to the elevators over there and all the other areas over here. Sakamoto did that. He absolutely wanted you to talk to Adam, no matter what. And I gotta go over here. Because now we got the morph ball, so we can go over here. And now we gotta go through this elevator. Hey, it's me. What am I doing over here? Oh, it's not me. Dark Samus? No. Well, we'll see who that is sometime in the future. Later on, you know? Because the game will explain who that is. And that's the best part about Fusion. For all the crap I'm giving it to it right now, it's really good at creating suspenseful situations where you're in extreme danger. Oh, by the way, we get a ton of energy tanks in this game. Like 20 or something? More than any other game, that's for sure. And for good reason, too. Thanks, Adam. He does not reveal everything to you, though. And the main elevator leading to the access shaft has been severely damaged. It will be totally unusable for some time, unfortunately. So that means we're locked in these places. Some unknown agent is at work. The deleter? No, probably not. And something very powerful, certainly not human. I'll report when I know more. Now listen closely. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They must want to alter the environment to their needs. They are already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. Yes, my objective is always clear. Now, as some of you may have seen the setup of this place, and this is going to be the same for all the other locations, you'll always have to go through a navigation room before entering and leaving this place. Always. The only exceptions are the shortcuts amongst the different sectors, but even then, if you want to go back to the main elevator, you'll always have to go to Adam. Sakamoto. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking at my map very often. I don't know the design of Fusion's layout really well. It's actually kind of confusing. It's not really good, I want to say. Also, those things absorb my energy. Don't know what they're supposed to be. Anyway, yeah, that right there is an atmospheric stabilizer. We have to fix it because it's being infected by the X or something. There we go. Atmospheric stabilizer online, 4 units still malfunctioning. I like what happens once you're done. Unfortunately, you're locked in place and you don't really explore to get those atmospheric stabilizers online. I don't know how the X do that, by the way. Oh, wow. I should not be doing that. I should not just try to go through those enemies like that. And unfortunately, I have to take a hit on the way out. Stupid thing. Yeah, you can break this thing's shields. Anyway, yeah, the reason why you probably want to play Fusion is because of the unique situations it offers to you compared to all of the other Metroid games. It's an interesting game to play once at the very least. And it's probably really entertaining to play it once. However, unlike most, if not all of the other Metroid games, it's not fun on replays at all. My opinion, of course. If you disagree, it's fine. I don't mind. I can see some people liking this game a lot. In fact, I know someone who made a really good article that explained that they absolutely hated what Metroid Other M did to their favorite game, Metroid Fusion, which they argue that was the game that was most damaged by Metroid Other M. But for me, this is probably one of the Metroid games I was looking for the least replaying. Just because of the confusing design, the unskippable cutscenes, you know, kissing girls. That's my argument. Oh, yeah, those things are a little weird. You have to hold up to cling to it. And if you're moving diagonally, don't expect it to work really well. Now, if you're... Yeah, that's another problem. If you're somersaulting and then you hold up, you stop ascending. So it makes it all the much harder to cling onto the ceiling. Still, it's kind of fun. I like doing it. Also, space pirates. Yeah, can't play a game without them over here. At least their sprites are better now. And the way they jump from one wall to the other is also much more sensible. It makes much more sense. You know, the way they move through the air. Because in Super Metroid, it looked like they were floating to the other side. Not jumping to the other side. Now, for those wondering, if you look carefully in the background, you'll see that there's some creatures, going about. And you can't interact with them initially. But once the X actually takes possession of them, they actually come into the foreground. See, you can see them in the background. This is the type of creature that the X will try to, turn into an enemy that actually you have to damage. I keep getting hit very often. It's not a good idea. Do not get hit often in Metroid Fusion. You will get punished for it. Gotta go here. Hi. Only one thing left to do. Come on. Just want to get rid of all the enemies. Jeez. Silly X. Now, I said I wouldn't do it 100%, but I am going to get all the power-ups I can get because this is Metroid Fusion. It's a challenging game. For me, anyway. I'm sure there's some experts who are going to argue that, oh, it's not that hard. Well, for me, it is. It's actually a pretty hard game. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say that it's probably going to be easier for me to do this on the Wii U Virtual Console because I'm using a controller. Game Boy Advance controls weren't too good with me. Also, those doors are annoying. Guess which is the last beam we'll be getting in this game? That's right, the wave beam. Just so we can't actually break those doors. You know, they make it so that you can only go in one direction at all times. Also, I was supposed to shoot right there. See? Let's shoot some more. There we go. Gameplay-wise, Fusion is satisfying. We'll say this as many times as I need to say it. Up. Save station. I guess I will save. If you want to get the best ending in Fusion, you need to get 100% under 2 hours, I believe. That's quite difficult. Also, I mentioned before that I don't like Fusion because of the unskippable cutscenes. Technically speaking, Zero Mission also has unskippable cutscenes. However, they're much shorter and therefore much more tolerable. For Fusion, there's way too much. Also, the RNG was so much better this time with those stupid things. Like, seriously. Oh, no. It's another X thing. Anyway, what we have to do is shoot a missile in its eye, quote-unquote, and also dodge the shot it does once we hit it. If you don't actually do anything against it while its eye is out, it will eventually shoot. Anyway, charge beam ability recovered. Now, we have the pseudo screw attack. Unlike Super, we want to use the pseudo screw attack very, very often. Gotta go up here. I wonder what this is for. Oh, goddammit, I keep thinking I have bombs. I don't. There's the creatures here. And all this for a missile tank. And finally, the last thing that I have to stabilize, fix. Oh, if you morph ball after having the charge beam ready, you'll actually shoot the charge beam instead of laying multiple bombs, because I don't have the bomb power up yet. Anyway, everything's stabilized now. That doesn't mean everything's fixed, though. One save room over here, but this one has a little hole right here. Let's check it out. What's over here? Missile tank. Nothing else. I'm pretty sure there's nothing to the right side. Actually, yeah. Some of the sectors are connected. I'm not sure how, but it's something cool to find out later in the game. I actually kind of want to do it at least once to show how it is, but as I said, it only happens way later in the game where it's at the point where the game knew that you could do that, you know? The game takes note of everything you do. It makes sure that you can only go where it intends you to go. The only time where you have the opportunity to go someplace that the game designers clearly didn't want you to go, even then the designers still realized you could do that. And they had a cameo where the Federation would be like, wow, good job, Samus. Didn't know you could go all the way over here. Shall we tell her about her secret, Adam? And then Adam is just like, okay, Samus, you had your fun. That's cool what you did right there. But go back and go that way as intended, please. Yeah, I'm serious. Unfortunately, I'm not good enough to show that fun scene, but it shows how tyrannical the developers were with sequence breaking in this game. You know? Sakamoto wanted to tell the story he had as intended, no matter what. Anyway, atmospheric stabilizers online, but Mini X have already made it to the other sectors, it seems. In particular, Sector 2, TRO, the tropical habitat, shows abnormalities. Only Sector 2, huh? I suspect EX entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. He or it, not she, may be in TRO now. Samus, get over there. We need to put an end to this. Yes, my objective is clear. It's ironic that Adam only says he or it, when technically speaking, it should actually be a she. Because we all saw the saboteur. It's us. And we're a woman. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. Sakamoto, you dummy. The real Adam understood me well, so he would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of noting our trust. I wonder if I could trust this computer too. You cannot trust this computer or Adam, Samus. Just gonna say that right now. I've been playing for over half an hour now. I think it's a good time to stop just before Sector 2. So I hope you've all enjoyed this video so far, and I'll have a nice day. Sorry if I sound too bitchy, but I have a lot of grief with this game just because of how I would kind of noted all this bad stuff that would happen in Other M. But I still enjoy quite a few parts in this game. No worries. It's gonna get better. Okay? Hope you all have a nice day. Bye-bye.